Traveller. I'm Traveller.
Travellers love, like, chalets, nice cars, quads, motorbikes, horses and trailers.
I don't really care when people look down on me. Just ignore them, because they're not going to do anything to you.
If they call me a pikey, I do go mad then. Travellers are allowed catapults and, like, BB guns and stuff. But Abram, stop it! I'm trying to say something and he's going da-da-da-da.
8-year-old Indiana isn't a typical English traveller girl. Traditionally, traveller girls spend a lot of time indoors, helping their mums take care of the home. But Indiana breaks the mould.
I just like playing games and playing on my scooter and going on my motorbike.
Indiana has lived in this 7x3 metre trailer on an authorised traveller site in Essex for almost all of her life.
This trailer is so small, it's all squished up. Sometimes it's cold and sweaty and stinky. I lived here for years.
Today, her trailer is getting squishier than normal as her cousins are coming to visit.
Hello. You want to go and do makeup? Yeah.
And it's not just the lack of room that makes things uncomfortable for Indiana.
Do you want me to show you how to do your makeup?
No.
She's different from us. Indiana's not a big fan of makeup.
I'm more interested in my quad bike. I don't really like princesses. I don't really like doing makeup because it always comes off.
Makeup's for, like, when you're going out, and sometimes you can just wear it whenever you want. Indiana, which colour would you like? I would like red, but half red and half pink. Do you want me to do the half?
Having grown up in a small one-room trailer, Indiana will soon have space to escape.
I'm going to be getting a big mobile home. When my mobile comes, it's actually going to be bigger, so I get some room to play and my own bedroom. It's really going to be big.
Indiana's new home will be arriving in a few weeks' time. Until then, her only refuge is the great outdoors.
When Abram's on it, don't do it fast, right?
I'm looking forward to my new home. There's going to be loads more space. I'm feeling excited.
Just like Indiana, 9-year-old Irish traveller Margaret's home is her trailer.
It's nice to have everything fixed and clean.
Like most traveller girls, Margaret is house-proud.
This is our kitchen. And these are all our presses for our food, our fridge. This is our cooker. We're travellers and we like cleaning and helping our mummies and our daddies. We are a lovely family. As long as I have my family, I don't care.
But Margaret's situation is far from ideal. Birmingham Council has only one official traveller site, and a lack of space means Margaret's family is forced to set up illegal camps. 2 days ago, they were removed by the police from the grounds of a local school. Their presence sparked outrage, as it caused 800 pupils to miss school for the day. But for Margaret and her cousins, life on the road means they've been unable to go to school for years.
They're missing one day. We're missing our lifetime of school. I am 13 and I never went to school. None of us. He's 14. He's never been to school. He's 9. He's never been to school. They're saying that we're real bad. We're not bad people.
We know how it feels. We don't go to school either because we keep on moving. So if we did upset your day, I'm sorry.
In the last 6 months, Margaret's family has had to move 30 times because wherever they stop, complaints from locals cause the council to take steps to evict them.
When people walk past, they call us pikeys and ugly gypsies. I hope you blow up and stuff like that. We barely get water because the people is that horrible to us. We get it off the man in the car wash. We're not dogs, we are human beings as well. We've been around the whole world and nobody likes us. I wonder why. There has to be a reason why they don't like us.
The council has already served Margaret's family with an eviction notice on the housing estate.
It's not fair. How would you like it keep on moving places? It's very upsetting.
If they don't relocate within the week, they could be forcibly removed.
People need to understand who we are. We don't steal, we don't do nothing like that. What's the problem? We're not doing no harm. That's all we want. It's a place to stay.
Being a traveller ain't about where you live, it's in your blood.
I think I would live in a trailer instead of a house.
Some travellers can live in trailers, mobile sheds.
Maybe in a chalet or a shed.
Anywhere, really.
If you want, you can go and live in a mansion, you still be a traveller.
Give us this day our daily bread and forgive us our trespasses. Because we forgive those who trespass against us.
11-year-old Jimmy and his 10-year-old sister Mina are on their daily pilgrimage to school.
Holy Mary, Mother of God. Most people normally talk normally, but we pray while walking.
For hundreds of years, the traveller tradition has been to live life on the move. Even though they live in a house, these Irish travellers up sticks and relocate to another city every 2 years.
In my whole life, I've lived in Harrow in London, Bedford, Northampton, Preston, and Leeds and Buzzard.
If I was to live in the same house for the rest of my life, it would be pretty boring because we know the place inside out like we do, and we've only been here for like roughly 2 years.
Despite their nomadic lifestyle, Jimmy and Mina are both doing well at school. Jimmy is the class maths whiz.
That's 14. 14 and 6 is 20. That's the perimeter, 20. So...
And Mina is the star striker in the school football team. But the traveller lifestyle isn't without its problems.
When we moved from Bedford to Northampton, it was really hard because all my friends were there. I didn't know who was who. I didn't even know anybody's names. Then when I got a bit older, like around 6, then I got used to it.
Now Mina tries to protect herself by not letting anyone get too close.
If I get too attached to someone, I wouldn't really want to move.
I would have found it really hard. I think she's very brave.
But at this school, she's made some good friends.
This is her first time playing. She's fast. Somehow she's behind me every second. He's very fast, and she just slow.
Yes! Sometimes, like, when we're just playing, Mina just comes in and does a crazy dance.
So all the girls are doing, Gail, L, and I just come in and the dance like this.
But very soon, it will be all change for Mina and Jimmy. They'll be packing up and moving to a new city.
So this is my last week. I'm moving to Leicester.
How do you do that, like, every 2 years?
I don't know. I'm just used to it now.
What's it like to go to school a lot?
So I used to find it hard, like, when I first moved. And then the second time, I got kind of used to it. And the third time, I was just into it. I was done. I don't even know how many schools I've been to. This is I think my 5th one.
Jimmy, I'll come visit you on a train. I asked my mum to let me.
I will miss nearly everyone because I made everybody my friend in the last year.
I'm gonna really miss her.
Dancing.
It's 4 days since Margaret's family moved onto the housing estate.
Let's get this cake on the road.
And today, she's holding a birthday party for sister Lulu, who's just turned 8.
We love each other, all of us, and we want to be together. That's what I like being in a trailer.
Cut your cake, Lulu.
But the threat of eviction is never far from Margaret's mind.
We want to be happy and live our little lives. All we want to do is just have friends. We want to be around our family and we want to be at home.
More than 20,000 travellers in the UK are in the same situation as Margaret. Forced into a transient lifestyle through a lack of official sites.
But people think, oh, they're pikeys, look, let's call the police. They call the police and then we'll have to move.
If Margaret's family doesn't relocate within the next 3 days, under the terms of an eviction order, they could be forcibly removed.
My daddy goes out and trying to find some camps where we can stay. Hopefully we get a proper toilets and showers and stuff like that. It's better than being dirty, innit?
While the men are out looking for a new site, Margaret and her mum have jobs to do.
That's it.
And having no fixed address means everyday tasks involve a trip away from the trailer.
It's hard because I haven't got no water, a wash machine, a dryer, and a bath, and a sink.
Margaret's on her way to get the day's water supply and is keeping her eyes peeled for a new place to stay.
I couldn't pull on there because it's too dangerous. And look on that side. It wouldn't be good down there because there's a river. And there's a bridge. Our heads will be baiting us all night while we're all down cars. We'd like to go there, but we can't because there's a gate.
Why do people put gates like that up, Margaret?
So we can't get in, because we're travellers.
Margaret finds the water she needs in the unlikeliest of places.
The graveyard. I hate going to get water because you have to take hours to fill up 2 cans. This is full enough now. It's full enough. Let me try to lift it up. I'd be so happy if someone gave us a place to stay. My ideal home would have a dryer, a wash machine, a toilet, and a great park with loads of swings.
Margaret's collected the water, but have the men found a new home?
I hope it happens so that we get whatever we want.
At home, on her authorised site, 8-year-old Indiana is counting down the days until her new chalet arrives. At the moment, she's sharing a 1-room trailer with her mum and 3-year-old brother Ben.
This is where the bed is. I get this out, but when you put it out, you have to get that on there, then the other one on there, then you have to take that off, then we put it this way, and then we get this and put it there. It's like a sofa, but then it's like a bed. So I lay here, and then my little brother lays in the middle, and then my mum lays here. Sometimes it's a bit squishy because when my mum's in the bed with me, she always puts her arm up and sometimes she hits me in the head.
And it's not just the sleeping arrangements that cause Indiana headaches.
We haven't got any, water, just won't work.
Even simple tasks can involve an adventure.
Nightmare. This is where I'm going to brush my teeth. The weather's been very cold. That's where I brush my teeth and go to the loo and bath.
Today, Indiana and her cousins have come to the factory to check out the progress of her new custom-built chalet.
Hi, how are you? Shall we go and have a look at your home?
Yeah.
Cool, come on, let's have a look.
It's Indiana's first glimpse of her new home. And it's almost ready.
The trailer's nice. Thanks. I can't wait till I go in there.
Indiana has never lived in a home with a space she can call her own.
It's your bedroom.
Oh, it looks nice.
It's bed's in your bedroom.
Yeah.
This is your wardrobe.
It's nice.
And look, you've got your own wardrobe.
There are big changes ahead, and a few might take some getting used to.
I never slept on my own. Normally I sleep with my mum, but now I'm going to say goodnight, Mum, and I close the door like that.
And then when you close the door, that's going to be off.
But the benefits outweigh the concerns.
Because when I go to the toilet and I finish, I can wash my hands. I normally brush my teeth and hands in the shed, and it's really cold in there, but when I'm in here, it won't be that cold, will it? It's going to be good.
Is it nice at round? Do you like it?
Yeah. I've got 5 sleeps to go.
What, for your home to come?
Yeah. And I just can't wait. It's so amazing. Looking around today has been exciting. I'm excited about my bedroom and everything.
Where's Margaret?
Margaret's family have been unable to find a new site to move to.
They're the ugly bailiffs. I hate them.
This morning, police and a team of bailiffs have arrived to evict them from the housing estate.
We're here to do a job, and they're compliant. That's what we like about it, the fact that they're compliant.
Initially, we'll knock on each caravan door. We'll ensure that they're aware that today is the date of the eviction and that they need to start collecting their personal belongings, packing their vans up with the intention of obviously moving them off-site.
Every year, councils spend over £18 million on evicting travellers who have nowhere else to go.
We need to tidy up all this.
For Margaret, the actions taken against her family don't make a lot of sense.
Let's go quick before we leave. It's not fair. The police is for bad people. But we don't hit people and we don't steal and we don't do nothing wrong. We have nowhere to go now.
They know the procedure.
But the men have no desire to give up their site before they've found a new place to move to.
Yeah, but this conversation is getting out of hand with you. Do you understand?
Is he with you?
Yes, it is. Yeah. Fuck off. This is a council matter. And you've got to get it through your thick skull.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I know it's a council matter.
Yeah.
But
Well, then fuck off about the business.
It's still going to be exactly the same.
Well,
Exactly the same as the last.
Leave, you have to leave, you have to leave, you have to leave. Couple of hours, couple of weeks.
Makes me a bit pissed off. Because it's all right for them, they can go back to their warm house. And we have to keep moving up and down. How would they feel if they have to keep moving up and down? And that, but that's it. It's the way they are, aren't they? Some people.
Why do we have to leave?
Why do you have to leave? I don't know, Zara.
If you don't know why you're here,
Well, I'm here because I have the power to do it.
use your power.
You don't want to stay here, do you?
No, have you only
If they gave you somewhere to go, would you be here?
Yes, I would.
What, on this site?
No,
if
I
they gave you
wouldn't. I'll go where they
somewhere...
told me.
Exactly,
Yeah. But you haven't got anywhere, have they?
They haven't.
No. You're going to have cranes to get us out of here. How are you going to get us out?
With tensions rising and the travellers standing their ground, the police take firmer action, making arrests and threatening to remove the travellers' vehicles.
Why do you have them handcuffs?
Because we're the police.
We don't take Andy.
Can I tell them to go? I can't, my darling.
Margaret and her cousins have seen it all before, and they've no intention of watching from the sidelines.
You're a police, do you know that? If you're going to take that pickup, I'll come along with you to smash it.
You're going to smash it?
Yeah, and I'm going to smash it in the back of your brain, and I'm going to jump on top of that.
Yes, do it, we'll break it.
Obviously, the children are aware that should they be in the van or should they be on the vehicle, we're not in a position to do anything.
They're trying to take our pickup, so I have to stay here.
Well, at this moment, obviously, there's a bit of a standoff between the travellers and the police. Hopefully, they'll come to some form of agreement and leave quietly.
14-year-old Irish traveller Jamesy has lived on a former dumping ground for the last 2 years.
What is this? Like, this is muck.
It isn't even livable conditions.
What? Yeah, exactly. You couldn't live in here at first. You couldn't. I remember I was like 12 and I came in the car and I was like, can we get out now? Can we go? Can we go back home? She's like, this is home, so like...
James's family were made homeless when their former landlord sold the house they'd been living in, and they settled here in desperation.
It was very bad. You'd see broken dolls, you'd see shoes, you'd see everything. And it was sick. And you just look at it and then you'd be disgusted. I was walking and you'd just see rats flying around the place. My dad was like, we'll get it cleaned, we'll sort it out. The amount of rubbish and stuff that came out was just atrocious. My dad and my uncle were lifting up bags and one bag busted and there was like needles, just needles everywhere.
They cleared more than 20 tons of rubbish in an attempt to make the site livable. But their efforts are not supported by the local authorities, who refuse to recognise the family's site and serve them with an eviction notice soon after their arrival.
What if we are evicted? Where are we going to go? Like, we've nowhere else to go. What I don't understand about the council, if the site was so important to them, why didn't they clean it when it was rubbish and all? We cleaned the site and then we were threatened with eviction. If they threw us out of the site, I'd go back to the state it was.
The threat of eviction still hangs over the family.
In this household, it's me, my mum, my father, and my brother and sister. My brother has type 1 diabetes, so you have to keep care of his bloods.
Can we go up there? Go up and get a paper.
Right now, he's okay. He just needs a bottle of water, that's all. But if he's low, like, he'll need a sugar boost, so. With type 1 diabetes, he has this little kit thing, and the needles need to be at a certain temperature, so you put it in the fridge. If we lost electricity now, say it was just cut off today, when you're giving him his needle, it can affect him. When he could come low and droopy, and then we'd have to bring him to the hospital. So we have to keep the fridge going.
With no support from the authorities to safeguard Kieran's health, the family have been forced to illegally tap into the local electricity supply.
There's cable going through the whole green. It's going up around the green, it's going up around the site, it's going over walls. The kids are running up along the path. They could trip over the wire when they're playing, and they could injure themselves as well. If one of the kids had to touch that now, God knows what would have happened.
Despite all they've done to make the site livable, Jamesy still struggles to think of it as home.
They could clean all that out if they wanted to, but they're choosing not to. It's disgusting. It's just hard living like this. It's not normal for like a young traveller at our age, and like when people come in, you might be ashamed and stuff of where you live.
But for Jamesy and his family, this is the only option they have, and it's far better than the alternative.
I try to keep eviction and stuff like that off my mind 24/7. We just want a home.
I think the police are good and bad because they can help you when, like, you're in trouble or something.
Some of them are racist, some of them are really nice people, but in my opinion, I'm just not very keen with police people.
They can be bad because they can move you place to place where you don't want to move, and it's not good. The police are for helping people, but they don't help us.
Gorgeous need to get their noses out of travellers' business because it's nothing to do with them.
Nine-year-old Margaret and her cousins are trying to stop the family's eviction from a housing estate.
They're taking stuff that they don't own.
We have to fight back sometimes. We have to stick up for ourselves.
To put pressure on the travellers, the bailiffs are threatening to seize their vehicles. But the girls have other ideas.
Obviously there's children in the vehicle, that's our main concern, and nobody gets hurt.
With the children inside the truck, legally, there's nothing the authorities can do.
This morning, we're going to have you child in this camp. We're going to make up numbers, and you will have to hit one of them as well.
Why would I want to hit a child?
Because they're not moving for you today.
I wouldn't want to hit a child.
We wouldn't, because it'd break your nose with a punch.
You misagents! You big fools! You dusters! You Mongolian dusters!
The Traveller girls have won.
Did your protest work?
High five.
But it's a hollow victory. Away from the girls, the grown-ups have done a deal.
They've agreed to move off site on the presumption that we'll leave them with their pickup truck. This way, you know, everybody moves along quite happily.
Margaret's family must leave the area immediately, and they still have nowhere to go.
We need a proper place to stay, instead of keep on getting moved from the wards and the council.
In Preston, Irish travellers Jimmy and Mina are getting ready to move of their own accord.
We're better to move, because then, like, if you stay in the same place, it just gets boring. But if you move, you can see more, like, you get to experience more better things.
With travelling in their blood, the family relocate every 2 years, even though they don't live in a mobile home.
Once you're packing up, now you're definitely moving. It's the exact same as any other traveller, it's just we live in a house.
But regular moves involves more than box packing. They've also had to get used to saying goodbye to friends.
I think every child is different, and they do get used to it over time. But I think it's not about leaving friends behind, it's about making friends wherever you go. And obviously in the future, if it's God's will, their paths will cross again.
But I tell you this, do not oppose evil with evil. So if someone slaps you on the right cheek, turn it off for the other. So
that's very hard for travellers, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think that's a very humbling experience to turn the other cheek and basically swallow your pride as well.
For Jimmy and Mina's older brother Charlie, these days, moving on carries very little baggage.
He came to Jesus by night and said, Rabbi, we know that you have come from God to teach us.
Charlie has been educated at home for the last 3 years, since he was taken out of school due to bullying.
The reason I left was because of racism. Since I was young, I've always been getting kind of stick for being a traveller. People will spit on me. A lot of people call me Dr. Gyppo. I feel a lot of hate.
We put this shield around our families because the outside world can be very cruel to the travellers, and I think we had to do that.
Matthew 5:38, love of enemies.
It's 2 weeks until the family are due to move, and the children are starting to think about their new life in Leicester.
It's not really about where you live, it's about who you live with. You've been there for a few years now, so you want to go somewhere where there's some kind of new.
Although Jimmy had a much better time at school than Charlie, he's also learned to keep people at arm's length.
I don't think it's good to be attached to things, then you won't like move on from this.
But for 10-year-old Mina, her brother's practical attitude doesn't come quite as naturally.
Home is where the heart is. But I will really miss my friends I made here, so it'll be hard. I like it here.
In the 2 years since James's family settled on this former dumping ground, a number of relatives have moved here to join them. With the local council refusing to recognise the site as an official residence, they're all living with the fear of eviction.
What's up? Sorry. What's cracking?
It's made it hard for Jamesy and his Uncle Thomas to think of it as home.
This is one of the sheds that was just left abandoned. Like, what's the point in us cleaning it out if we're going to hit this eviction?
and then coming in telling us, no, we're evicting you for sure this time. Makes no sense. I want basically a place to live, electric, water, like basic needs, and you have a normal life. Not like this, we're not living a normal life.
But wherever they live, travellers are brought up to make the best of their homes. And despite the obstacles, Jamesy is no exception.
Whether you're threatened with eviction or not, it's very important to keep your own old yard clean, hygiene-wise. We tidied it up, we're living here now, so we're going to live in it and we're going to maintain it to the best of our ability.
Outside the trailer, the site still bears the marks of over 10 years of neglect.
Right, Jane, well, let's go.
But today, Jamesy is continuing the family's efforts to transform the site into a home to be proud of.
Just going to do the front part here first, Jamesy, right?
When we moved in first year, people thought, how could you get a dump like this cleaned? My dad was like, we'll get it cleaned, we'll sort it out. So we did, and it's a million times better.
We're going to start this section and work back, okay? Just watch. We start up here, look. See what I'm doing, son? You don't want the young lads today slouching around, being lazy and sloppy and just making a mess everywhere and not cleaning up after them. You need them to pull their weight around. Good. Well, look at me. Do it properly. No blotches, okay?
Yeah.
Thing is, with painting, you have to take your time. It's not a quick fix. I know what you want to do. You want to have it done in 20 minutes to go play football with the boys. That's what's wrong with you. Isn't it? Am I telling the truth?
No.
Huh?
No.
It isn't the ideal place to be, do you know what I mean? To raise me kids and that. But this is how travellers are. This is how we live.
Doing the painting just makes me feel proud of my home. Because, like, we don't know what's going to happen with the council yet, so while we live here, we're going to just keep it clean.
How do you find the painting, Jamesy?
Good.
Do you think you'd be a painter or decorator when you come on a bit, no?
I don't know if I'll be good at it, but, like, I'll do it. Oh, wow.
You can't go wrong. You need some sort of a trade, son. Get an honest few pounds for yourself. And painting and decorating, there's no shortage of work there.
At 14 years old, Jamesy is starting to look to the future.
You have competition, Jamesy.
And if he has his way, this site could still be home.
Like my future family, if I have them, I want to provide the best for them. Like my mum and dad are providing the best for me now. I like living here. There's still like stuff in the site that like you wouldn't be proud of, but like we're all in here together and we're all family, so that's what really matters. If they did evict us, they could ruin my future.
Let's have a look. Come on. Now come here, look. Come here to show you what I'm telling you. I'm happy with what you've done. You've done a good job. So there might be a bit of a painter decorator in you. Huh? Are you happy? Right, hit the showers.
Today, 8-year-old Indiana is getting a new home without moving anywhere.
No, bye-bye, trailer.
It's out with the old and in with her supersized chalet. Or is it?
Trailer's stuck.
It turns out Indiana's driveway wasn't designed for a 2-bedroom chalet.
Oh, I just want to get straight in the bed and just go to sleep. It keeps on getting stuck. Oh, How many minutes now? Wow. Oh, it's done now.
With the chalet finally in position, Indiana and her brother Ben can explore everything their new home has to offer. Now they'll have a living room equipped with heating.
Look, Ben, look. Oh, it's all nice and warm. Look at the kitchen.
A fully functioning kitchen.
Ready? How do you do it? Oh. In my other house, the all the water was broken, but now this works and it's so cool.
An indoor bathroom.
Cool. Really cool because I don't have to go outside. Oh, that's cool. Do you want to go and put the covers on now? Yeah.
And best of all, a bedroom with a bed just for Indiana.
I used to sleep with my mum and my little brother, and it was so squashy.
Bedtime will never be the same again.
I love this bed.
After 2 years living in Preston, Irish travellers Jimmy and Charlie are gearing up for their latest move.
It's different to like other travellers that own trailers and stuff, because like if they're going to trailer, they can just move the whole trailer altogether. But because we own a house, like, you have to move everything out of the house. We still go to different places like every traveller. So.
And I want to get a new house, like, you know, get to know the area and everything. So yeah, I'm excited to be able to leave Preston.
While the boys pack up their possessions, younger sister Mina is coming to terms with leaving.
What do you think you're going to get?
And has decided to say goodbye to her friend Izzy.
Are these all raffles or all crepes?
In style.
It's really hard when you go. Yeah. In the middle of assembly, I almost burst into tears. Everybody was staring at me, and oh, I just looked away.
There you are. Enjoy, ladies. Thank you.
This is massive. I like strawberries. What do you like about moving? Is it nice, like, seeing new things?
I still find it kind of hard because, you know, friends, they don't just come and go, they only come like once in a blue moon, you know? Well, 2 ones anyway. My brother's just like, hello, goodbye to their friends, you know? It's just very easy, but me, I've known them for really long and I just can't, you know, just say goodbye like that.
Like, you don't want to get too attached. I hope you have a good time at school, like, find like a really good friend who's also crazy like you.
Cheers, I'm gonna miss you.
Cheers. I miss you too.
Of course you will, I'm awesome. I think Mina probably like finds it harder to move because she hasn't been as much houses as we have.
Everyone really takes it differently. At the end of the day, you know, people have different kind of takes on it.
Mina has said her goodbyes and she's ready for the big move to Leicester.
I mostly think I'm gonna miss about here is my friends, my cousins, my family, but I'm definitely not gonna risk the place. This was our home, but now it's just a couple of bricks to us.
Having been forced off their camp on the housing estate, Margaret's family have parked up on a nearby patch of wasteland, while the men continue to search for a suitable site.
Too much electric in there.
Not a manhole, no? Biggest one that I ever saw. Dangerous.
Despite the dangers, Margaret and her cousins do their best to carry on as normal.
Ari, don't even enter up there. Don't enter step. Because this is a girl's den. We just moved and we're unpacking all our toys because we want to finish the game from the other camp. Tonight I'm going to a party. I'm going to get a babysitter for you.
But through years of being moved on, Margaret has learned not to make herself at home too quickly.
A day or two. We're going to get her. That's what I think. 100% it's not going to be a week. It's not going to be a week. It's a council property.
It's not long before Margaret's family is again under pressure to relocate.
Since I was 2 out travelling, all I can remember, the police come to our camps and telling us to move.
Hello?
Go away, this is our campsite. Hello, go away, it's our campsite. If I could stay in one place for, like, my whole life, I'd be so happy.
Could get the bailiffs today, because we didn't move far from the last camp. So, that's it.
Within hours, they're served with a new eviction order.
Yeah, 1 minute. Yeah, 1 minute.
And the trailers are on the move again.
We're in a new place. There's a park and a shop. We play dolls. We chat all day. Makes me happy staying at this place.
Finally, the men have found a safe place where Margaret and her cousins have a space to play.
We like to stay here. All the children want to stay here. If I could stay for, like, my whole life, it'd be so good.
But this is council land, and it's surely only a matter of time until the bailiffs arrive again.
And it's not good for a little girl to keep on getting moved. I don't know if they're going to leave us stay.
Next time,
Best wheelie I've ever done.
underdog Albert's reputation is on the line at his first competitive boxing match.
This is what I say to the boys fighting my brother. You just better let him rule ya.
Sherry Ann battles her fears to keep Traveller traditions alive.
The floor, tight tummy, squeeze your legs together.
Terrifying.
And twins Abraham and Johnny defend Gypsy honour against the country's top catapulters.
Every travelling boy needs to know about one of these.